All right, YouTube, this is the Great Simulator. We are back here with another video just to give you a little update as to, what's been happening with me. It's been like 2 weeks since I even posted a video, and just wanted to give you guys a little bit more of what's been happening with me since 2 weeks ago. Starting off, as you know by now, I'm no longer out on the road no more. And I believe that will be for the foreseeable future. I always have that itch to go back out there on the road. I still have it now. I had an opportunity where I was supposed to have left on Sunday, this past Sunday, where I would have went with load 1. And, I was supposed to go on there Sunday up near Detroit for their little orientation. But I decided not to. I think it was a sign that I needed to take time for myself, to get myself together. Because one thing about being on the road, it is very hard to keep up with your health, because you're out on the road 3-4 weeks at a time. And then when you come home, you're only home for like 3 or 4 days. And now you got to cram everything into those 3 or 4 days. You got to cram your family time into those 3 or 4 days. Time to maybe see some of your friends in those 3 or 4 days. Any appointments, you got to cram them into the 3 or 4 days. And the problem with my 3 or 4 days is that it was usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Which means I really only have Friday or I have Monday to get an appointment in. And it never worked that way. So, with that being said, I was missing a lot of checkups. I was missing a lot of appointments. I haven't been able to refill any of my prescriptions since I've been on the road way back in March. I've been using old prescriptions, which that's not good. But either way, you neglect your health a little bit more when you're out on the road. And I wasn't walking as much or anything because I'm always driving. It's you could make it work if you really wanted to. I just wasn't willing to on that part. So I look at this more as a blessing in disguise, I guess you could say, because like I said, I miss being out there on the road. I love driving. I mean, that's what I do now, even now being at home. I'm doing my Lyft, I'm doing my Ubers. Not as often as I should, but I'm doing them. And I just love traveling. But it's like, at what expense? Yeah, you're traveling, you're being out here on this road 3 to 4 weeks at a time, but what do you sacrifice in place of it? Your health, the ability to see your family. Now, that's a different situation, but you do sacrifice a lot when you're out on the road. And I realized that, it's just, like I said, I can't keep up with my health. I'm missing out on a lot of things, missing out on seeing my kid, the whole 9 yards. Now, that doesn't stop me from wanting to go back out there. And that's that itch that I keep talking about. And I just, like I said, I just wanted to give you guys an update as to where I've been. Will I ever go back out on the road? I don't know. I honestly don't know. As much as I love it, I know that if I go out there again 5-6 months down the line, I'm gonna be right back in the same spot that I am now, saying that I can't do this. I mean, maybe if I went back out on the road, I had a routine set, that I was gonna exercise after every load, eat healthier, then it wouldn't be no issue. But the issue is that I don't have the access to healthier foods, because usually healthier foods, you gotta store them. I have no way to do that, so it's either I buy very expensive healthy food at the truck stops, or I pass and I get fast food all the time, which is what I was doing, and that's not good for you. So maybe, I don't know if I would ever go back out on the road. Maybe in the right situation. Maybe if I had, you know, a van or a truck that had all the bells and whistles, you know, because besides the eating part, the comfort part has to be there too. And none of the vans I've had any type of AC besides the AC of the van itself, but it had no AC unit, no heating unit, no refrigerator, no microwave, none of that. So the bed was about it, which, you know, I guess that's about all you need. But I think if I was to ever go back out on the road again, it would have to be in the ideal, perfect situation, meaning that it has to be, mail truck showed up. It has to be like some comfort there. I have to be able to have access to store healthy foods like a refrigerator. You know, I would have to have an AC unit, you know, a heating unit where I can run it off the generator with diesel. I would have to have that. I will also have to have a routine or regiment down where I would be out exercising every day. I think that's another thing that would make me want to go back. Being able to be more regional, more local. I love traveling over the road, love traveling to different states, but I'm at a point now where I don't want to be traveling that far no more. You know, I rather stay around my area, you know, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Indiana, somewhere where I know that I could be home. If anything, be home every weekend. You know, leave out Monday, you know, come back Friday, you know, spend Friday, Saturday, Sunday home, go back out again, you know. Now I know the money won't be there as much, but I think that would be the only way I could ever come back out on the road. Like I said, I miss it, but it doesn't take over my health, you know. I refuse to let it to. So, but other than that, since I've been gone, I've been at home doing Lyft. I've been doing my Ubers. I've had one interview for an overnight grocery stocking position that I had the initial interview over the phone, and then I had the second interview in person, but unfortunately I didn't get that job. So I'm back to doing Lyft and Uber until I guess something else comes along. I haven't really applied to anything, though I need to, because Lyft and Uber will only last as long as your car lasts, or as long as the customers let you last, because they could say anything in this car, which I have to get a camera, but they could say anything they want and you could be deactivated. I already had it happen once the first time I was driving with Lyft. I was on a ride, had to go, like, I was like all the way out south of my city, and it was snowing, and I had dropped the customer off at home, and then all of a sudden my app crashed. Like, it signed me out and everything. So I called Uber or Lyft, and they were saying that I was supposedly making sexual or derogatory remarks towards a particular rider, and I automatically assumed it could only have been one, and I didn't even say nothing to her. It was just that I picked her up and I wasn't right in front of her door, because she got picked up at like a 7-Eleven, and I didn't know that that's where the place was, so I parked across the street, and she had to walk. And I think that's what it came to be, because they later told me that she was no longer able to use the platform. So customers could say anything they want, passengers could say anything they want, and depending on what they say, especially now with this mask mandate going on, they could tell you that you're not wearing, they could tell them you're not wearing a mask, and bam, you're deactivated. And some deactivations, they don't reinstate you. So that's what I'm saying. Lyft and Uber is only as good as, it'll only last as long as your vehicle lasts, and it only lasts as long as the passengers will let you last. And So that's just what I've been doing. I've been making decent money, enough to stay afloat until I find something. But I know I'm gonna need to break apart and find something soon. Like I said, Lyft and Uber, they're not gonna last forever. And I'm not gonna let it last forever because it's, like I said, it's wear and tear on the car. So I just wanna give you guys a little bit of update. I gotta get going here. Got a few little things I gotta do. If you haven't already, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe button. And until next time, folks, take care.